So, I think it was a mission accomplished in the fact that, in these exhibition games, you want to get the jitters out, you want to get the uniforms on, you want to smell the popcorn, you want to hear the students, and just be able to, experience it before, that dress rehearsal. And I thought, we did a lot of good things and a lot of things we got to do a lot better by Monday. But I think, as I said, it was mission accomplished. We did some of the things that we set out to do. I thought defensively we showed some really good spurts, and especially with our top 8, 9 guys. I was a little disappointed in after that. We didn't defend. We fouled a lot, and didn't move our feet in the second half with some of our subs. But again, in fairness to them, they're not in that position for that length of time, and there's a lot of long stretch. They had more long stretches than even our starters did. So I was happy with us today. Obviously in November you're not overjoyed, and as a coach, you got to get them to understand that there's not many Cal Lutherans on our schedule. We've got a lot of quality, Division I opponents that are going to be bigger, faster, stronger. But yet, I thought Cal Lutheran gave us a good look today and something that we can build on.
Coach, the stat that pops out is 29 assists on 43 made field goals. Is that something you guys talked about before the game, something you wanted to see? And also, it was closed door scrimmage, so you could lie to us. Is that something you saw in the Pepperdine scrimmage as well?
Yeah. We shot almost 70% last week and like 60 this week, and the reason is because sharing is caring, as they say, and they're playing with each other. They're not. It's been a very selfless team, but we've been trying to emphasize that. But sometimes when their families get in the stands, that changes, and it didn't change today. I really thought, especially early in the game, the extra passes, and it helps when shots are going in also. We've had a lot of teams here that really shared the ball, but at the end of the day, it was a good surgery, but the patient died when we went to shoot the ball. So, this team is been shooting the ball well and taking good shots. That's the biggest thing. We're going to have games where it doesn't go in, but if we take those same shots, I think we're still going to be fine.
Yeah, Coach, with Messiah and Issa, you have 14 assists between them. What's it like having those two to be in there and facilitate?
Well, I think there was no secret coming off of last year that our priority was to solidify the point guard position, and both of them, are just getting comfortable now. You can ask Issa. I think he should probably answer that question, but it's a different style than either one have played before. It's Messiah's third system that he's played in college, and it's the second one for Issa. And I just think, from terminology to pace to comfort, it's hard. And every scrimmage, every week, they both got more comfortable and just more into the flow. And, I think if we can keep them getting, the reps they are and keeping and getting more and more confidence, we know what's around them. That's proven. And so, it's a huge void for us that, I'm really pleased with, what they're doing with it right now.
Yeah, Issa, it's kind of the same question, just kind of getting comfortable. I even saw a little bit of spark from you coming out there for the beginning of the second half compared to the way you were playing in the first half, maybe a little bit more aggressive. Do you feel that too?
Yeah, I think to piggyback on Coach's point, just being in a new system, and I think being in a new environment is just something like that usually takes like a lot of time for me, and Coach has been preaching patience. But I think sometimes I'm a little too patient with that process. But as the season gets closer, like I'm trying to just stay aggressive because I know that's what the team needs, and I try to like get energy from other people. So if Don's talking or someone else is talking, like I try to use that energy for my game. But I try not to force things, to be honest. I think in the second half, some things were just open for me, so I was able to get downhill and see different people. But yeah, it's just a process, day by day, trying to learn how to get back to playing up tempo like I enjoy. Just because the last 2 years I have a different conditioning in terms of playing style and system. And coach and my teammates have just been super helpful, like unconditioning me and not letting me play robotic. And they enthuse that out of me, so it's been nice.
Yeah, Jadon, you had a hell of a first half, 5 steals overall, 5 for 6 for 3. Couldn't miss. What was it like? How'd you get your confidence going?
As far as the shooting goes, I owe a lot of it to Coach Q right now. After every practice, he puts me through some shooting drills. I'm not gonna say which because it's my secrets. But him and Marcus, we shoot a lot after practice, so it's just been really good for getting my confidence up.
Jadon, last one for me. Defensively, obviously, we just mentioned the steals as well, but just like the activity, right? So last couple of years, you've been able to be active out in the open floor. I think I saw you guys get in the press maybe once or twice tonight. So I'm kind of sitting back and looking for your opportunities. How has that been working? Do you feel comfortable in it? And are you still trying to find that spark that can lead to a 5-steal half like tonight?
The activity for me has always been kind of natural, just having good instincts, knowing the passing lane, seeing the next pass. We don't press as much, but just being in the right spots and knowing the game of basketball for real, knowing angles, how to position the hand and everything. I've been taught that from an early age, so it's always been a thing for me.
Coach, Cal Lutheran put up 28 threes, and a lot of them were kind of open looks, helping off one pass away in the half court. Were you trying to make a point of emphasis in the half court defense to kind of collapse on ball handlers and be aggressive on closeouts and kind of collapse in defenses and try to keep them out of the paint as much as possible? Is that a point of emphasis for you on the defensive end of the floor?
No, I think you just hit a sore spot with me, because that's exactly what we weren't trying to do, and that's one of the biggest negatives that came out of it. And I told him it's going to get them beat at Portland if we don't get better at it. But we knew that the only way they could stay with us is get to the free throw line or to get open threes. And I thought early we fouled on a 3 right away, and we gave an open 3. And then we settled into the game plan, and I think we got about 9 or 10 stops in a row, after those two mistakes. But that's been something that I think this team, we're committed to try to get back and pack it in and not get so spread out on the press. But when we get to the half court, with our length and everything, Portland shoots threes at a bigger clip than these guys and better. And so, I said this is a good tune-up for Portland, and as many good things as we did. If we don't shore that up by Monday, we're gonna have our hands full and probably come back 0-1 on the road, just on the simple fact of giving up open threes is at this level is just something that you cannot do.
That starting unit, is that going to be your solidified unit, or is it more game to game situation?
It's more game to game. I'm more worried about who's finishing. Maddox got to finish today, so that's always going to be a good day. But
Is his face okay?
I don't know about that.
All right.
I'm not.
It was
not
looking a little better, but it might.
Okay.
He might need a little work, but it already did before the game. So, but that's his mom's side. But I don't think you. I think kids and everybody puts so much into starting. But AJ started in the Saturday scrimmage, and today he didn't, and he's such a team guy that it doesn't affect him as much as maybe it does older guys and that kind of thing. So all that comes into it, and who deserves it and all that. As a coach, you want to factor that in. Who's paid their dues around. But at the end of the day, once they get in the flow and everything, every game's going to be different. As far as who finishes, we haven't got those 5 alpha dogs that we know for sure are going to break the press and make free throws and get all that done. And that's still, this team is still trying to find their identity in some of those kind of situations. And that for me is more key than who we throw out there with 40 minutes left in the game. It's with 4 minutes left, what are we doing?
Pretty quick turnaround to Portland. What are you looking forward to most on Monday, just from the team perspective?
Well, it's it's a preseason here at Long Beach State. You know, it really is. Our season begins when we start league, and we're you know, I look forward to seeing our first Division One if we can, if you know, where we stack up and how we play, and you know how much of this we can translate into that game. And how we handle adversity. You know, we showed that we're a pretty dang good team today when there's no adversity and things are going well for us. But you don't win road games like that. So over the next month is this team's got to grow. You know, mentally. You know, and because physically it's got all the tools, but you know we're going to have to be able to be dialed in when things aren't going good for us, when you're not playing as much as you want to, when shots aren't going in, when people are booing you instead of cheering you, and you know, the referees are not laughing with and smiling with you, but they're, you know, not liking you, you know. So I'm looking forward to just see how we react to our first road game, I guess would be the question answered.
All right, perfect. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah.